Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Jon, welcome. First time entering number one into the playoffs. Just want to get some general thoughts about how the regular season went so far for you.
Well, it's been a really good season. Accomplished a lot of things I set myself out to do this year, and one of them was to be sitting right here as number one. So, really proud of what I've done so far. I'm looking forward to keep it going in the playoffs. I feel like I've played this golf course well in the past. I've played fairly well in the playoffs in the past, so hopefully I can keep doing what I've been doing and give myself a good chance.
Speaking to your accomplishments from the regular season, capped off as number one for the Comcast Business Top 10. Was that a goal leading into the season?
Yeah, yes it is. I've been able to be in the top 10 before, never win it. So, it shows to the wins and the consistency throughout the year to be able to get it done. So yeah, it's one of those things we can check off the list now.
With that, we'll open up with questions. For those who have questions, go and raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. We'll get one here in the middle to Brody.
I thought I was done.
Hey, Jon. I think a year ago you were kind of, when the new format for the playoff was announced, you were still kind of figuring it out. Now that it's here, you saw the drama last week. How do you feel kind of about 70 being the number and just kind of what this format's going to be like the next 3 weeks?
Would you say I was trying to figure it out for this?
A year ago you said you were uneasy, I believe, with the new format.
Well, you don't know the full facts, right? We know the reasoning to reducing it now. I think going 125 to 100 to 70 or to 50 to 30 made more sense before. We just felt like, at least I personally felt like in 1 week going from, disposing of 55 players is quite a big jump. So I think this has a bit more logical sense to it. And all those players at the end make it still have the full to be able to earn a better position in the FedEx Cup as well, so going for next year. So I like it. Obviously, being comfortably inside that number, obviously I'm going to like it. But I think it could be a much better format going into future years.
And a mic over here to Doug in the front.
Even though you've yet to play poorly, probably for many decades by now, but do you come into each year with any expectations and knowing that you still have to start over and earn it, or I don't mean to flatter you here, but as consistently well as you've played since you came out, do you just come to expect it now?
Do I expect it? Yes and no. Like I put in the work, so I would expect positive results from it. I know what I'm capable of. What those results are, I can't tell you, right? I've had a good career so far, and only once I've been able to get multiple PGA Tour wins. So hopefully I can. This is the second year I'm being able to do it, so hopefully I can keep adding to that and be able to get 2 or more in many seasons to come. I like to add that to one of my levels of consistency throughout it, but just having been able to win every single year for the last 6 years is, it's quite an accomplishment in mine.
And right next to Doug, Mark.
Jon, I think there's a players meeting with Jay tonight. What are you hoping to hear from him as this continues to move forward?
I have no idea. I really have no idea. I was told before, we got a text that this was probably going to happen. I'm probably going to go open-minded and hearing the membership out, right? That's kind of what I go. I would like to see where other people's heads are at. I don't know if there's going to be any announcements from the PGA Tour management side or not, but I'll just go hoping I get to to hear what other players have to say and see how different that is or same to what I'm thinking. I really can't tell you much because I don't know, right? It's just.
Go, Nick.
Jon, were you a part of the group that sent the letter to Monahan and asking for changes and more accountability?
What letter?
The letter that was reported last week that eventually ended up with Tiger Woods on the.
Yeah, my name was on that. Yeah.
Why did you decide to be a part of that letter?
Because I believe we have a duty as some of the players, and the more unified front we present, the better chance of getting what we want done will happen. So yeah, I believe it was a very good cause for the PGA Tour and for the players.
What was your reaction to what came out of it?
I was happy, it's pretty much what we expect, we hope to come out of it.
Go in the back here with Gary.
Jon, could you just kind of talk about yesterday? Obviously, you had time at the hub to meet Olivia and Calvin and kind of participate in that. Just kind of what does it mean for you to be here with the patients and kind of that activation? How fun was that for you?
I wish we could do more things like that throughout the year. It was a lot of fun. We're getting questions about golf politics, and throughout the year we keep talking about live golf and all of this. And to get perspective in doing a really fun video activation with Jordan Spieth and Calvin and Olivia is very refreshing, right? First thing Calvin said when I met him is first thing he said is, man, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed, this and that. I don't like the heat, but I'm blessed. That's all he kept saying, right? He's an Oakland boy, and he didn't really enjoy the humidity that there's here in Memphis, but he was very happy to be there, and same with Olivia. We were one of the biggest hangars I've ever seen, and somehow it didn't seem like it was enough room for her to run around and be herself. So it was extremely fun for people that get to see it at the end. Jordan and I got into it as well. It was pretty fun to see us run around and kind of feed off their energy, right? It's just puts things into perspective, right? It's of what's important. Both of them are Purple Heart recipients. I believe even within Olivia's family, her sister had some other health issues as well. So it's, it really shows you what's important in life and how privileged I truly am to be in the situation I'm in, right? So it was a lot of fun, and I hope I get asked to do something similar again in the future.
We have Sean on the right.
What are the biggest benefits physically and mentally from just having a few weeks off this summer and having a lighter schedule?
Well, I usually try to get like a little bit more weeks off throughout the year, kind of have even a little bit more distributed. But those 3 weeks off before the Open, in my mind, were needed. I was able to play really well early on, and we played a lot of tournaments and be in contention, and that can take a toll. So it was very needed to recharge and could feel the difference on the golf course at the Open. So especially before the playoffs as well, looking forward to it. The 3 weeks can be an art tough, and I'm hoping to make it to the end, being as close as possible to winning it. So yeah, just having that extra energy is very nice.